Well. Insects who don't know when to quit. I sense you have questions. Go on. Ask away.
Hua is missing. And I'm willing to bet you know something about it.
How careless. Your companion vanishes right under your noses. And you fail to notice. Why am I the one you're pestering?
The Ten Lords' Commission might not be able to completely eradicate the Heliobi, but we have plenty of ways of dealing with them.
Ooh, how threatening. Save your breath. I know your tactics. Let's cut to the chase. I do know something about it.
I knew it!
Believe it or not, while you were distracted, she came and found me. She asked me if I knew where Mr. Tail was, and I simply gave her a clue. She searched high and low, but came back empty-handed, of course. If only you could have seen her expression, simultaneously terrified and desperate to know more. Utterly hilarious. In the end, I became fed up with her constant nagging. I told her that her beloved tail had splintered and been reduced to an ember without a single memory. You should have seen her face! I started feeling sorry for her. Out of pity, I told her that her tail was hiding in Cloudford, preparing to flee the Xianzhou on a star skiff. I also told her that the Ten Lords Commission was in the process of recapturing all the Heliobi. If she were to turn to you for help, Mr. Tail would be imprisoned, even if she managed to find him. Looks like she took the bait.
Lies! You can't possibly know where Tail disappeared to.
Maybe I do, maybe I don't. But I have no doubt about one thing. My friends are ready and waiting for her in Cloudford. You should have faith in your friend. Perhaps Wawa is safe and sound. Perhaps she managed to subdue the Heliobi. If you rush to Cloudford, there's still a chance you might find her.
Not good. Let's head to Cloudford quickly.
The paperwork will have to wait. I'm coming with you.
What do we do now? I'll go get help from the Alchemy Commission.
Hold on. Let me take a look at her. She's unresponsive. This isn't just a heliobus illusion. It's a complete sensory barrier. This isn't something the healers at the Alchemy Commission can handle. As for now, I'm temporarily suspending the—
But...
The situation has changed completely. Without the assistance of a judge.
But Miss Hanya, this is...
I know. I understand. But please,
Miss Hanya, tell me straight. Yeah. Cirrus is bound to know what this Heliobus is up to.
No, we shouldn't do what they expect us to do. They've been manipulating us from Fixed Troll Garden all along.
We are not completely out of options. It might be possible to use another Heliobus to drive out the one that seeks.
But why would a Heliobus ever want to help people?
I've been keeping tail here all along.
What?
Don't look so surprised, young lady.
Surprised? Hua has been worried sick trying to find you, and now something else has gone after her.
You flaming furball! What the heck is going on? Did you know about this the whole time, Miss Hanya?
As per our rules, any free-roaming Heliobus must be sealed away. I was merely following protocol. Besides, it was Tail who requested this.
It's a long story. I only recall a moment during that fateful night when my consciousness was on the verge of shattering into a million pieces. Time stood still. I watched myself parting from Ignomar, drifting without purpose. Then, before I knew what had happened, the girl had retrieved me, and a judge of the Ten Lords' Commission had sealed me within a tail. I believe you humans call this kind of thing an end-of-life experience. But why would a heel? Since I'd slipped the leash, I thought I might as well change bodies and savor a bit of freedom.
Lucky for you, you met me.
My luck took a sour turn when I ran into this demoness. I mean, judge. When I was with Hua, she'd constantly rant about me, whining about all the problems I'd caused her, how I'd ruined her life. It was only after I vanished that she realized she'd taken my power for granted. I wanted to hear her cry about it. So, in a fit of anger, I had this demon, judge, imprison me in the gourd.
You had had your wish. Now, I'm offering you a chance to regain your freedom. Not by letting you go, but by going back to the way things were. Do we have a deal? Can I trust you, Tail?
Ugh. Of course, we're pretty much co-workers. So, all I have to do is possess Hua and take out those other pesky Heliobi, right? Time to give this heedless creep. It's exorcism o'clock!
Where am I? Tail? Are you here? I feel like I've been possessed. Tail, is that you? Oh no. No, it can't be him. Tail always said only the most privileged are worthy of being his host. Stop overthinking, Hua. What should I do now? Mom? Is this an illusion?
Stay back! I don't know who you are, but you're not my Huahua.
But I'm still me.
It's just a matter of time. I'm sorry, Huahua. Your father and I had no choice.
Hey, I remember you. Huahua's tail is all singed. Trying to make us feel sorry for you? You're all so mean! Blame that freaking tail of yours! We shouldn't be talking to a monster anyway. But... what should I do? Tail... Tail? How are you still here? I see now. You're leaving me too. Everyone always leaves me. I don't want to be alone. Not again.
I haven't left!
Please, Tail. No more words. I can't bear to see you fade away.
Are you a judge or not? This heliobus is distorting your perceptions. Get a grip! Resist them!
They've all gone. All abandoned me.
All gone? Just watch me. I'll drag them all back.
Everyone will leave. They always do. Eventually.
What about your ghost hunting buddies?
They aren't here.
What about those 10 Lords fogies?
They aren't here.
You have me, don't you? Just wait. I'm going to bring everyone here. Let's bring this one back.
Huahua, I'm sorry. It's better that you pretend Mom and Dad are no longer here.
How can your own flesh and blood be so heartless? These humans.
Everyone will leave.
You have... Let's bring this one back.
Why does Wohua get so much attention? I'm gonna get everyone to ignore her.
Ugh, the behavior of these brats is astounding.
This tail is just so creepy. It glows like some sort of torch. Gross!
Hey, want to lose a hand? Whoa, look! I brought everyone back for you.
Who's back?
Whoa, our precious girl. Mom and Dad shouldn't have left you. Whoa, I'm sorry. Whoa, I've always dreamed about having such a cool tail.
Oh, they're only here because you possessed them and made them come back. This isn't what I meant.
Oh, come on. You wanted them to return. They returned.
Tail? You're not an illusion. Where have you been all this time?
Dead? Well, I haven't exactly had a picnic. Exploding into countless shards, being your shadow. I thought about getting out of here, but I couldn't shake the feeling there was something wrong. So I came back.
I'm sorry. I guess I still am.
No, you're selling yourself short. You're daring. How you had the courage to do something.
What other choice did I have? I suspected that Cirrus was deceiving me.
Forget about all that. I'm here now.
But you came back for me. And that's all I need.
Well, since you put it like that, I suppose I have nothing to feel guilty about anymore. Well, somebody needs to keep you out of trouble. Speaking... Don't even think about escaping.
Whoa! You're awake!
Thank you. Oh,
Well, where would we be without our squad leader?
Oh, so scaredy cat is...
that's just what Miss Gwainifin calls me.
Well, Tail actually...
Excuse me?
Despite Cirrus's scheming and calculating, they clearly didn't expect Tail to return to Huohuo. Their plan to kidnap her...
Madam Hanya, urgent news from Bixtral Garden. The subdued...
Cirrus may not know the location of Tail, but they still figured...
It's not because of me, is it?
There's no need to blame yourself. It looks like the end game that General Jing Yuan has been trying to avoid is fast approaching. Sushang, please head to the seat of Divine Foresight and fetch the General. Let's hurry back to Fixtral Garden now, while there's still a chance to turn things around. It's time to teach Cirrus a lesson.
If it isn't the judges at the Ten Lords Commission, sluggish as ever. Oh, and is that Mr. Tail? Back to being a guard dog, I see. How delightful! This calls for a celebration. Still, after our last encounter, I've no intention of including you in my plans. To see Ignimar's most powerful frag...
Who are you?
The Ten Lords Commission's matrix is still intact. the Heliobi cannot leave Fixtral Garden. You may think you have the upper hand, but you're nothing more than a caged animal. You will never leave here.
Leave? That was never my plan. I came to Fixtral Garden for... He seemed fond of playing the waiting game. I merely capitalized on that. Well, thanks to all of you, I've amassed the power of every heliobus sealed within Fixtral Garden. Before that happens, I should keep my end of the bargain.
Time to...
In the name of Down. A will forged in ice never falters!
Threat raised.
They keep on coming back for more. What should we do, Tail?
Take it easy, kid. Heliobi might lack physical form, but they're not impervious to physical attacks. Cirrus is merely putting on a brave face. The moment they sense even a hint of defeat, it's over. They'll break into pieces.
So, just like what happened to Ignimar.
Exactly. And if there's anyone who can cause Cirrus to shatter, it's him.
So, General, you finally decided to show up. Ready to face the music?
Defeat my army and I'll give you the rematch you seek. My words hold true. As I mentioned previously, when Tang Xiao and Ignimar fought, the scales were balanced. But for you, Cirrus, this game was never about fairness, was it? And yet here we are. My power decidedly outmatches yours. Notions of rules and equal competition are mere illusions. Now, if you don't mind, allow me to show you how the endgame is played. Accept your defeat. You are bested.
Answer me. 0 points.
This ends here.
Stand still.
Time to suffer.
May as well kill them all.
It's not over. The fate of humans means nothing to me. We play by our own set of rules.
Checkmate.
I concede.
Good.
I am no Ignimar. I'm nothing. Nothing more than a faint flicker.
I know of no faint flicker that could strategize such a fierce battle against one of the Rainbow Arbiter's generals.
Listening to a winner feign humility is enough to make one sick.
The Heliobi may reflect our desires, but their fervent blaze is undeniably awe-inspiring. Neither General Tang Xiao nor myself would deride such a foe.
I have been bested. It's true. I only sought to lock horns with you regardless of victory or defeat. Next,
Next is eternal punishment. For an inextinguishable flame such as yourself, I see no punishment more fitting than to see you confined to a vacant abyss. forever lamenting your past transgressions. Such is the fate that awaits you, Cirrus.
So be it. Mountains will crumble, oceans will evaporate, but the Heliobi will always be there, patiently waiting for their day of freedom. And that day will come. As long as the generals of the Xianzhou live, my battle against them will continue. Until the stars themselves burn out.
Since when did...
Cirrus's will to fight has been shattered. They can no longer pose a threat. Considering that everything here is now under control, I'll take my leave. Not at all. You have been of great assistance these past days. And for that, I express my gratitude. But the Heliobus we dealt with will not be easily dismissed. Given sufficient time, and regardless of how slim the odds are, they will someday break the seal that binds them. However, that concern will fall to the generals of the future. One cannot help but wonder how many Lawfu generals this fragment of Ignimar will face in times to come. Speaking purely from the perspective of a warrior, I must say, I feel somewhat envious. In my estimation, this Heliobus was not an overwhelming problem for you. Besides, each of you has appeared to gain something from this series of events. This excursion was not an official matter. I didn't report it to the counselors. What remains of it will be left to the Ten Lords Commission. And once matters have concluded, I believe everyone present will be duly rewarded. And as for you and the young Miss Gwynaifen, rest assured you won't be shortchanged. You see, helping the general of the Lawfu does have its perks. It's time I took my leave. Farewell.
You're here. I've just finished reinscribing the seal on Huohuo's tail. Next, it's time to address the matter of Cirrus.
If I were merely starfire essence, then naturally I'd prefer to glide through the cosmos. But after being entangled in your human world, my freedom is no longer that simple. I'm freer than ever before. I'm going nowhere.
According to the Ten Lords, Tail must be supervised by a judge. I'll make sure to take good care of Mr. Tail.
Let's see who takes care of who.
Besides, when Mr. Tail isn't around, the other Heliobi pick on me. I feel safer when Tail is here.
Other Heliobi? Huh. I'm the only Heliobus you need to worry about.
Well then, I will take care of the Cirrus situation. As for what gets written in the Lawfu's ghostly grove, I'll leave that up to you. One more thing. Don't forget to seal the Heliobi within the evil binding matrix.
Yes, ma'am.
I wrote to my mom about the recent monster slaying and demon fighting stuff I've been doing for the Ten Lords Commission.
What did you tell her?
I told her I went toe-to-toe with the sword-fighting prodigy Yenqing and held my own against fragments of Ingmar. But all she did was scold me for getting into trouble. Do you think she was being sarcastic? You sound just like her.
Quit worrying, Sushong. You've been an awesome squad member and a very talented sleepyhead. Now, let's think about what to publish on Ghostly Grove. This is huge news. This post will definitely boost our following.
Always on the hunt for more followers.
It's called professionalism, all right? I'm counting on you.
The ghost hunting squad can now rest easy for a while. Speaking as a judge of the Ten Lords Commission, I must thank you all for the dedication you've shown these past few days. You really minimized the impact of the Heliobi crisis. There may have been a few Heliobi that slipped through the net, but they are of no major concern.
Leave them to us. I don't want to brag, but our articles on Ghostly Grove are the talk of the town. If we suddenly stopped uploading, it'd be pretty unfair to our audience.
Miss Gui.
Madam Hanya, please let little Gui carry on uploading. I can't fall asleep without browsing Ghostly Grove before bed.
You seem pretty set on this, so I won't stand in your way. However, bear in mind that...
Don't worry. We promise not to make your job any harder than it already is.